Let's get it. Let's get it.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the podcast.
What's going on?
Boy, Jay Reed. Welcome to the podcast. Tell everybody your name.
I'm Onea Elise. I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Okay. Okay. How were you born and raised at?
Yep, born and raised.
Okay. Well, let's jump into it. So, how long you been modeling and being an Instagram model?
So I started my Instagram page a year ago. I didn't start. I started with body positivity first, the whole body image thing first, before I started the whole plus size modeling thing. So I've been doing that for about February, March, April, May, June, July, about 5 months.
Okay. Okay. Like, what is like the positivity like you getting from doing this? Like, like you doing it for like plus size women, or you just doing it to get famous off it, or like what's your agenda behind
I'm
it?
doing it for myself. I'm on a path of self love. Um, I'm doing it to have a better understanding of myself, to reach out to others like myself, trying to get on that same path. So, pretty much what I'm getting out of it.
Right. And your body's natural, right?
All natural.
Okay, fast. Okay, so a lot of people pay to get done what you got done. You know, ass, titties, all that right there. Do a lot of people assume you get your body fake or whatever, or you got to tell them that you natural, or like how you think?
They can see I'm natural.
Mm, interesting. Right, man. From the cellulite and shit.
Cellulite, little dimples, little dimples in the little pieces sometimes. Stretch marks.
Facts. Okay, and have you always been thick your whole life or whatever?
No. I want to say up until I had maybe a year after I had my son, I was like maybe 150 to 160 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't start gaining weight until the postpartum hit me, the major depression hit me, and I got pregnant with my second child. And so the weight was kind of hard to, everybody thinks it's easy. It's not easy for everybody. It doesn't work like that for everybody. Everybody's body is different, especially when it comes to women. So like I just embraced it. I'll tell you one thing though, I get more attention now than I've ever done when I was smaller.
Did you talk about your ass or whatever? That's why.
I don't know, like some most girls don't like it because they think it's a fetishized kind of thing. But I don't know what it is, but I just get a whole lot more attention now than I ever did before. I think it's so much because the first thing that I mean, there are guys that sexualize it, but the first thing that most men tell me is my confidence
Mm,
is what grabs their attention.
mm. Yeah, I feel like yeah. Um, yeah, that's true. Right. Confident. Uh, okay. And tell everybody what postpartum is.
Postpartum is when it's postpartum depression is a sense of depression after a woman has a child. So it's a overwhelming of hormones and emotions that balls up all in one, and it's like an uncontrollable thing that you can't stop. So like crying, yelling, mood swings, yeah, it's something a woman goes through after having a child.
Right. Okay. So, what are some of like the weird or crazy DMs you be getting on a regular?
On a regular, I get dick pics, I get date offers, I get money offers, I get photo shoot offers, I get um as for us, that is shout outs for shout out requests.
Mm-hmm.
I get many different things.
And about the dick pics, whatever, is that flattering when they see these pictures? It's kind of like creepy to you.
No, it's very creepy.
Right,
People take women who are okay with their sexuality as okay. She's selling sex, so this is what she wants. She wants sex. I'm gonna show her my dick. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see
right.
that, sir. That makes you look like that's
Creep.
not cool. That's not fun.
Facts. Big fact. Have you any got any celebrities or anybody try to fly you out or whatever?
No.
Like, and speaking of dicks, what is your preferable size?
As far as what?
Preferable D size?
Prefer D size?
Yeah,
My man size.
that's a good answer right there. That's a good answer. That's a good one.
My man size.
So, do you have like an OnlyFans or whatever, or you just do
No.
it? Instagram?
I don't. I thought about it. I put some real serious thought into it for like a month. I was like, I should do one. I've been also been asked if I had an OnlyFans. I get asked that every day, no lie. So I'm like, damn, I should do one. I could probably cake up, you know what I mean? But then it's like, I don't want to be out there like that. Like, I don't mind, showing confident, showing my sexiness and everything like that. But I don't think I can be like full Monty out there for
Mm,
everybody to see. But shout out to the women and the men out there doing it and getting their bread though,
right.
because
Facts.
that takes a different kind of confidence to do. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can also wear a mask though.
I mean, you're right, but then I have like tattoos and everything. Somebody that knows me can definitely point me out.
Facts. What were you gonna do in there? Have sex on there, or what?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea. I
Do you
still
watch?
didn't figure that out if I even went down that road.
Do you watch other people OnlyFans?
I do.
Okay. How much you be subscribing to a month? Like you get it for free or a deal or?
Some you have to subscribe, some you can just subscribe to, and they have most pictures free, or you have to like pay for a video. Some of them you have to pay for all their videos, or you have to actually pay for the whole page to see. It's many different ways.
Okay. So why do you pay for OnlyFans when you can watch Pornhub for free?
OnlyFans is personal. That's personal. Like that's in somebody's home. Like you're watching them. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if that makes sense. That's a different type of homemade. I don't even like regular porn like that because I feel like that's all acting. It's all acting in regards, but I just feel like that's more of a personal kind of like, yeah. I don't know if that makes sense.
Right. I understand. Right. I just can't see myself paying. Nah.
I'm only this only one girl that I'm a huge fan of her, and I finally got to talk to her recently,
Who
and she
is it?
goes by Empress on here on Instagram. I'm definitely gonna tag her later on my page for anybody that want to know who she is. She's dope. She's dope as shit. She's
Man,
dope
I'm
as
pretty
hell.
sure she's having sex on there basically. Yeah.
Not a lot of women on there are taking dick. A lot of them do it a lot of self play fetishes. That doesn't
Mm.
necessarily mean they get fucked. You got girls on there that's literally just posting videos of their feet. Type
Right.
shit. Like it's not you got people on there, doing music. I follow one guy who does music on OnlyFans and shows you how to do the engineering board and everything. OnlyFans is not just made for sex. It's
Right. I
platformed
mean,
that way because during the pandemic that's how people were making their money. Absolutely. But it doesn't necessarily mean that's what it's for.
right. Most women on there is having sex on there.
Sorry.
But do you have any fetishes?
Do I have any fetishes? I do.
And what is those
I
fetishes?
what you my bad, y'all. I keep getting the phone. I'm getting phone calls this morning.
Right. So what are those fetishes for everybody who watches?
I am into BDSM. Do you know what BDSM is?
Yeah, like whips and chains and all that.
It's a number of things, but that's in one of the categories. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm a brat. Y'all can look that up. That's a lot of explaining right there. But to sum it up, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's a submissive with some spunk to it.
So you like to be big, whipped, and chained when you have sex, basically what you're saying.
No, not necessarily.
Well, you say BDSM, that's what you kind of like, though. You kind of like,
See,
being.
BDSM is just a broad abbreviation for all of it, right?
Mm,
There's submissions, there's dominant, there's brats, there's rope bunnies, there's vultures. It's like a broad community of what BDSM means. It doesn't necessarily mean one thing,
mm.
all right?
Have,
So it's like a huge umbrella, like the Umbrella Corporation and fucking Resident Evil type thing. It's a whole broad of a whole bunch of things.
right. Have you found any sexual partner that match your sex drive?
Absolutely.
Mm. Do it get toxic after a while? Or
Nine?
I said, okay. Can you be with somebody who don't have the same sex drive as you?
No, it's never gonna work out.
So you have a high sex drive, is what you said.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Are you initiating all these BDSM though? Is it your idea to pull this stuff out, or it's your partner's idea?
What do you mean?
Like do the BDSM thing. Or do you be bringing up these new ideas, or it be like your partner?
They gotta know. I let them know at the gate. Like you gonna walk into that, then walk into that. If not, that's not. I'm not. It's not something that's a must if you're asking.
Mm-hmm.
But to have knowledge of it, yeah, absolutely.
Right. Okay. Thanks. Okay. So if you had to rate your freakiness from 1 to 10, what would it be?
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna rate that on here. I'm gonna have you trying to get me choked out.
Nah, man, just a conversation. It's just a conversation. It's just a conversation. It's just a conversation.
My level of freakiness is to my man's liking.
Have you ever had a threesome before?
Who hasn't?
With two girls?
You into a whole lot of information over there, sir.
I'm trying to get the tea, bro. I'm trying to get.
I'm 31 years old. I've been around the block a few times. You heard?
I'm saying with two girls and two guys.
Never two guys. That's too
Hmm.
much work.
Interesting. Nah. This is no judgment free zone over here, man. Your secret is safe over here with us. Your secret is safe.
You heard that last word, us?
Your secret is safe.
You about to have my DMs blow the fuck up?
Hey, man, you about to have more subscribers after this. You about to have more followers after this.
Hmm.
So, okay. Have you went on a date for food and knowing you wasn't interested in the guy?
No, I've always been the type to value my time. So if I ever gave you that chance, it was because I was genuinely interested, or even if it wasn't on a sexual level. You understand what I'm saying? Like just to have that kind of like connection with somebody, like just to have a conversation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I always valued my time.
Right.
There's been times where I've went on dates and I paid for dates,
Mm, interesting.
or we went, what you call it? Like you'll pay for yours, I pay for mine, type thing. Like I would never. That'll be a waste of fucking time. Imagine being in somebody's space that you don't want to fuck with, and you gotta sit there throughout the whole time trying to make some bullshit ass conversation up. That shit is aggravating.
Hey, man. I'm at a conclusion. I'm comfortable being by myself until I meet the right person. I'm cool with it. I came to grips with it. Why would you want to? I don't understand it. Why would somebody want to be with somebody who don't want you? I don't understand
This
this
is
shit.
this is what I don't get. Or be with someone when you know it's toxic, it's
Mm-hmm.
abusive. I know sometimes like you got this thing in your head like, oh, I can't live with this without this person. Or I can't be without this
Yeah,
person, and
that's
not really
exactly what I
knowing
think.
that you playing yourself. It could actually be somebody out there for you.
Can't because you're too busy worried about bullshit. A lot of people just be in a relationship because they be bored or they don't like being by themselves. It's
So
okay. It's okay to be by
I've been
yourself.
there. I've been there. I was there. I've been there. So I get it. But sometimes you just got to teach yourself on how to let go.
Yeah. Like they always say, man, you always do bad by yourself. But what's your definition of toxic relationships?
Narcissistic, no understanding, no communication, always argumentative, abusive, physically, mentally, spiritually. It's many. It can be many different things. Isolation.
You feel like toxic sex be some good sex?
Nah.
Mm.
You ever slept with someone and you just like it's just not there, and now you're just having sex just to have sex?
Mm. Well, it probably wasn't there from the get go. A lot of shit don't be out of love; it be lust.
You hit it on the head. You hit the nail on the head. There's a lot of lusting nowadays. Nobody knows how to date. Nobody knows how to get to know a person. That's what it be.
Right. How you feel about this hookup culture?
Huh?
How do you feel about hookup culture?
Hookup culture. I don't know. I've never really been there.
Oh, so you the relationship type of person.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, but I have dated. Absolutely.
Mm. Right.
But if it's just, I don't know. I can't. I have to have some type of connection. It has to be some type of connection there for me to be like, okay, I gotta feel something.
Does it got to be just physical, like mental, spiritual? Like what kind of connection?
Now it doesn't have to be spiritual because spiritual that's a different kind of level, but
Right.
just mentally, because for a woman it's all mental. Just like for a man, it's visual. For a woman, it's mental. Like if you got me mentally, then physically it will follow behind.
Mm. Right. Yeah. Mm. So you don't judge looks, is what you're saying?
No, I've dated ugly guys. I have
Why was you having sex with ugly people? With somebody you was sexually unattracted to?
because mentally is what was more important to me. Physically can be always be taught.
Mm.
I've
Right.
definitely dated some ugly guys that were probably the most fun, the most charming, the most understanding. Like
Why was you wasting
to
your
have
time with
fun.
somebody that you was sexually unattracted to? Because at
I
the end
never
of the day,
said, hold on. I never said I was not sexually attracted to them. Just because they weren't attractive doesn't mean I was not sexually attractive. What made them sexually attractive to me was their mental.
well, you ain't with that people no more, so you see why?
Yeah, they probably fucked up, or it was just, time for it to just let it go.
Because it was ugly. That's why you wasn't
It
attracted to
ain't
them.
got nothing to do with them being ugly. Don't act like you ain't never had a night crawler come up in your crib. You smack it down a little bit. Everyone, you probably smacked it like 3, 4 months and then let it go.
You said you was in a relationship with him. You didn't say you was just giving it up to him.
I said dated. I said
Exactly.
I've dated some ugly guys.
That means you was
If
in
you,
public with him.
so what?
I'm a
So
firm
you're
believer. I feel
you're
like
so you're trying to find a reason, right, for me to be like, oh well, you're right. No, I've dated some ugly guys because they were good peoples. There's nothing wrong with being good peoples.
that is another thing.
Some of the
What
sexiest motherfuckers on earth can be the most ugliest motherfuckers. You negative attitude all the time. I don't want to be around all that all the time. Not everybody that looks good is got good energy. Everything that shines is bright. You know what I mean?
they say ugly men have some of the best, slanging some of the best wood. Is that true? For all the females watching, who gonna watch it?
I can't speak for everybody that's watching. I can speak for myself, but no.
Now I'm a firm believer. I feel like the females should look better than the men. But now in modern day society with the shade room, these women want to be.
My
I
man
don't know.
look good as shit. I don't know. He look better than me.
Interesting. Uh, do most guys approach you in the DMs mostly, or they approach you in person, or what do they
No,
say?
you know what's so crazy? I just spoke about this with one of my good friends. I only get approached in person by older men or way younger dudes. But I get DMs every day, all day from all kinds of But I really don't like men my age. Never.
When we say younger, how much younger?
I'm talking like 18, 19.
So you don't like? So you? I
Hell
feel like
no.
you a cougar
Fuck
though.
no. I'm not no cougar. I might not. Never. If you're not older than me, I'm not fucking with you.
See, how much older than you got to be?
At least 6 or 7.
Damn, damn. Right. I feel you. Yeah. So when they approach you in person, what are some of the stuff they're saying? Like,
They're never rude. It's very sweet. It's very, hey, how you doing? You're beautiful. Oh, okay, thank you. Have your number? No. Oh, I can't have your number. No, you can't have my number. You got a man? Yes, I do. Oh, you can't have friends? No, I can't.
mm,
It's plain and simple. But I'm lucky though because a lot of the niggas that's out here this day and age, a lot of them are scary because they don't like that word no or they don't like rejection. You know what I
mm.
mean? We had a
I feel
girl
like
in
you like the free
Harlem
attention. I feel like you like the free attention from it.
for free attention.
Yeah.
It depends on my mood. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I do. I love attention, but if I'm on a move and I'm with my son and I'm with my child, and you're persistent, it's not the kind of attention right then and there to give a woman. You understand what I'm saying? But niggas nowadays don't respect shit. So
I don't understand why guys are doing cold approaches in 2021. I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
I don't understand because if she was interested, she would probably let it be known.
Yeah, but some
Listen,
women, some women like to chase. Some women like for them to, you know, chase them down. I guess.
if I gotta chase you, that means I ain't need to be with you. That's my
Mm,
motto.
heard you.
That's my motto. Does it ever get aggressive or violent when you get some of these guys get rejected?
I mean, you had the occasional when you walk off, you want to talk shit, but you can talk shit from back there. I'm gonna keep walking. You're gonna watch my back.
Mm,
But like I said, I've been lucky because there's a lot of women out there that's actually been attacked,
mm,
who's actually been assaulted.
mm.
Like, we had one girl in Harlem who a nigga really bit her in her face.
Yeah, I think I read that report a couple months ago. I was like, God damn,
Yeah, bit her in her
this
face.
nigga's a Jeep creeper ass motherfucker.
It's crazy.
Uncivilized mutts. I don't get it though, man. Fam. I don't understand why you want to get rejected. You want to fight somebody. I don't know, man. My
I feel
thing
like
is,
they got
man,
mommy issues. They got abandonment issues.
it's a disease going on out there. That's what I know what's going on.
They got testosterone issues. I don't know what it is, but they need to get them
It's a
checked.
disease.
Mm.
It's called bitch assness.
Bitch ass.
It's bitch assness, and it's spreading like wildfire. And we got
I
these people
agree.
like this roaming the streets. Need to shoot them in the fucking head. Did they even catch them bastards?
They caught one, but they didn't get the other dude because when they caught the guy that bit her in the face, but didn't catch the guy that assaulted her from behind that was punching her.
Damn well they could have catch them damn people. They didn't want to catch them people, man, because she black or whatever the case may be, man.
Crazy.
Uh, how many kids a man has to have for you not to talk to him?
I've talked to a guy that had 7.
Damn, you must be some good dick for you to do all that.
What made you think I slept with him?
You say you had 7 goddamn kids.
I
Maybe
said
know how
I
to fuck.
talked to a guy.
That's another thing. When somebody say talk to in 2021, that means you fuck them.
That ain't don't mean nothing. I don't put no meaning in my meaning. Talk to means getting to know a person. In my book,
Why was you trying to get to know somebody who had 7 damn kids?
what his kids got to do with me? I mean, I ain't trying to be with him. I was just talking to him.
Right. Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
But I
Okay.
don't think you should put any, as far as male and female, I don't think you should put a stigma on them for the choices of having children. Now, if
Mm-hmm.
they're tired, now if they just want the motherfuckers out there just having babies, just have babies and not taking care of them and all that shit like that, because I know I have a close friend right now who has 5 children and doing his fucking thing to be a father. You understand what I'm saying? 2 different mothers, but that doesn't necessarily mean he shouldn't be able to meet somebody that's who he's supposed to be with.
Mm.
Because you got a lot of
Right.
dirtbag mothers out there and a lot of dirtbag fathers who ain't doing what the fuck they supposed to be doing. Now, those be the ones you need to stay the fucking clear from.
I look at it like this right here. You got 7 or 8 kids, or how many kids you got over there? How the hell can you be there for all those kids spiritually, mentally, financially, whatever?
My father did it, and there's 10 of us.
Look, that's been rare cases, though. And that was back then. And
That
people
was
ain't
back.
doing
I was
it.
about to say, you know what? That was back then.
Exactly. If somebody got, it's a one kid max for me, man. A child, if a woman got 2 baby daddies, whatever, why the hell I need to be with her? She got it wrong 2 times. What the fuck? Nah, man.
So just because you didn't get it wrong, you didn't get somebody pregnant, that doesn't mean you didn't get it wrong.
Nah. I'm saying I can talk to one baby, but she got 1 child. That's okay. But 2, nah, that's too damn many right there. Like, why you did this again, knowing that the last person walked out, and you gonna
But
get pregnant?
so was it wrong for her to give her heart to another person she thought she was going to spend the rest of her life with?
Well, you should have knew damn well. You knew the motherfucker wasn't shit when you got with him, when you slept with him.
Mother, you know, motherfuckers' true colors don't come out till later on.
No,
Everybody's
no,
trying to swim.
no,
No, no,
no,
no, no.
no.
Everybody's trying to swindle and put this persona on to get this person that they want and like. And yeah, that doesn't necessarily. That's why I said nobody knows how to date in 2021. Nobody knows how to talk to. Nobody knows how to. Everything is social media. Nobody knows how to meet in person. Nobody knows how to do anything anymore. It's just the hookup culture.
Well, you know
And
who
that's
created that?
why,
You know who created that, right?
no, who?
When I say you, I say women. Women started this.
Again, sir, I'm a representation of one person.
Well, I ain't talking about you. I'm saying women. Women created this right here. And now it's coming back to bite some of them in the ass. This hookup culture they created.
So
This
what happened to the guys that do the one night stand, the one hit quit it, the one bam, thank you, ma'am, and all of a sudden it's a woman's fault because they don't want to. They doing the same thing men have been doing. Sir,
that's another.
I don't think so. You're not about to put all the blame on the females over
No,
him.
listen.
No, 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 no,
I
no,
was having
no.
this conversation with my mother. Let me finish talking. Don't interrupt me. I was having a conversation with my mother. And you're right. I shouldn't just blame all the women. It's the men's fault as well. It's both parties' fault. You're right. It's both parties'
Mm.
fault on why this dating culture is in this uproar. Why it's so fucked up.
But you also gotta blame a lot of parents out here because a lot of kids don't know what it's like to see two people together. A lot of
Now, you
people
can't
don't
blame
know.
the parents. You're grown. You're an adult now. You can't blame the parents for everything.
All right, a child imitates anything that they see growing up, correct? And I'm not saying that they have to stay together, but if you're with someone who's treating you like shit, and that's all they're witnessing, mentally that's gonna fuck them up.
Mm.
That's gonna put them in the mode like I would
But
never have a man treat me like that. I'd rather do this, this, that, and the third. Oh,
and
I don't need a man
that's
for
why a
any
lot of black
motherfucking
women
thing.
are
Oh, this
unsingle.
and then the black men is black women is catty or you understand come on now.
Well, yeah, I agree on that. I just feel like in the black community, we just got shit ass backwards, and we been watching
I
stupid shit.
absolutely agree.
And a lot of people need therapy. And see, the problem is why a lot of women are bitter right now, or they grow to be bitter because they be in these bad relationships for years on years out, and then they waste all their good years and their prime years, and then when they get about in their late 30s or 40s, they look up like, "Where's all the good men at? Because you wasted your good
But
years."
this stems back from what we first talked about toxic relationships and not knowing how to let go. But it's not just women because there's men too. I've seen men get their heart broken and treat the next bitch like shit
Yeah, you're
because
right.
of the
It's
first
both.
one.
I'm not gonna play. It's just play all the women. Say it's just
Right.
women's fault. It ain't
It
just women's
stems
fault.
on both sides.
It's
I feel like
men.
both
It's both.
if men and women can learn how to learn from their mistakes. Right? If the last person did this, that, and the third to you, your next one going into or getting to know,
But
you
everybody
should
trying to be
know
a
what you
city.
want and don't want.
But everybody nowadays is trying to live like these city girls, the savages. The guys want to be like Kevin Samuels or Hammond. So you got a lot of people who are so influenced by these social media figures. People don't know how to be themselves.
Agree.
So
Agreed.
So you see one being a savage. Everybody want to be Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B. People can't. Women are nowadays doing stuff, or people doing stuff because they just trying to fit in. Basically, like they trying to be. It's cool to be toxic nowadays. You know.
It's
Yeah.
fucking dumb as shit. Because it does nothing but backfire on you.
It does. Like I had an interview. I was on the phone. I had one yesterday. This woman said she liked toxic relationships because they fun. That's where we at right now.
I don't like being stressed out. I don't like arguing. Like I had to learn that too. And when I started the whole, getting into guys thing or whatever. That arguing shit is not for me because I will hold off and I will hit you. Like I'm not an arguing type of person. I had to learn how to, you know what? We're a little hot right now. You're upset. I'm upset. Let's back up. Let's regroup, and then let's come back to the conversation. I'm the type of person now. I will cut that shit real short. Okay, look, listen. You're yelling. I'm yelling. I think we should just cut it right here and revisit this later. I'm not. I don't do the whole argue. I can't. That shit is not fun. Who? Why would that be fun? How old was she? She was young. Yeah, she was
I think
young.
she's about. I can't remember how old that girl was. How old she was. Shit. And she was a mother. That's the worst part about it. Now these motherfuckers are mothers. These uncivilized mutts are mothers nowadays. This is the bad part about it, man. I don't argue with women no more, man. I ain't arguing with no more women no more. I ain't got time to do that shit. That's how I don't see how Kevin Samuels do that shit, arguing with women all day, every day. I don't want to do that shit.
That man there, I don't even want to get into it.
Why you don't like Kevin, now? Why you don't like my dog Kev, man? Let's talk about this. Why you don't like Kevin? What do you disagree with about Kevin Samuels?
Everything.
Now, come on now. Come on. Wait. Come on now. Now you being biased. You're not being open-minded about this.
So I just sat here and had a whole agree, disagree conversation, which I'm very not biased. I'm very understanding. There's a difference between bashing, having dialogue, and going back and forth to learn from another and just sitting here telling somebody, no, 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 you're not gonna do this, you're not gonna do this, you're not gonna do this. This is what I said, this is what I do, this is the truth. No. That to me is not a person of understanding. That to me is not a person of a learning experience. That to me is a person you don't take advice from. Their way of life and look at how he looks at things is his way or no way.
I kind of see that. That's why and I get now. I see what you're saying. Now, some things Kevin is right. Now, some things he
Like
can be a
what?
bit.
So because I'm a BBW, I'm not considered beautiful. I'm not
Now, I
considered
feel
the
like
ideal woman. I don't get a man. I don't get the ideal man.
some of that stuff he's just going off based off
Oh,
experience.
absolutely. I really feel like he's doing a lot of that shit for clout.
I mean, yeah. He's arguing with
When
women.
he speaks on marriage, absolutely not. So you have two failed marriages. You should not even speak on that. If
Exactly.
anything,
That's
you
another
speak
thing.
on
You
your
can't listen to
experience
no.
about it. You understand what I'm saying?
I would say that you shouldn't listen to somebody who ain't married. And first thing, now he can. Now some of the advice, I think he's right about 30 to 40% of the stuff. Now him going at women and all that, I'm kind of like some of the women do be disrespectful with the man. So if you
How could
do
you not?
check,
How could you
I think
ask
we're
him
not used to a
to?
man checking women. That's what the problem is. We're so used to men bowing down. Kevin is saying I ain't going for that shit. So when they come up here with their energy, he just checking them. He be checking bitches.
You be checking bitches.
I
I
think it's.
mean,
I think.
that's what you got from that. For someone who say, "Oh, women should hold their stuff in a higher standard," instead of saying, "You know what? I get where you're coming from. I understand the hostility, and I understand that most of the things that I say can be a little orthodox. But if we're gonna have a conversation, man, let's have a conversation. Don't yell and scream at me because I'm not doing that to you." No, he matches their motherfucking energy. No, you're not gonna come
Well,
on here
yeah.
talking to
Because
me like that. No,
so you
no,
saying he
you
should get
can't hold
screened
yourself
on.
in a higher standard, sir. And you're doing the same shit that they're doing.
So you saying he should go. So you saying he should take
Oh, he
that.
can simply just exit. Whoop, hit that exit button next.
I feel like he do a lot of that stuff for clout, though. And this is what I realized. Kevin is trying to sell propaganda. He ain't trying to work
Yeah,
no nine.
yeah,
He, he ain't trying to work no nine
yeah.
to five. And I don't. This is my biggest pet peeve about Kevin. I don't like. I
Mm-hmm.
hate this high value shit in the standard of beauty, like you just said. This high
Mm-hmm.
value shit. So you saying basically just because you got money, you can act however you act. You can treat men and women whatever you want, and you can dog out the women because you got money, and because I was a loser before I got money, and I was a failure, but I figured out how to get money. I can get back at everybody. That's basically what you say.
Yep, yep. Mind you, you're talking to someone's daughter, you're talking to somebody's mother, you're talking to someone's grandmother, you're talking to somebody's sister, and I'm sure he has females in his family who he not gonna tolerate
But
that
why
shit
you not
for.
talking about the women who disrespect? Some women do disrespect Kevin. I mean, they be coming out of pocket. How do you feel about that?
Because
You saying,
any woman that comes on there is coming on there because they're listening to what he's saying. Like he
but
has a
how do you feel about
platform.
them disrespecting him though? You saying he going at
Listen to
them?
what are you gonna let me talk? You asked me a question. I'm trying to answer it. He's on a platform where he's bashing women, telling women they're not valued because they're not a certain kind of way or they can't get a certain kind of man. You don't know what that woman is going through in her life. You don't know what she's dealing with in that moment. Some people listen to shit like that and take it to heart. That's like you could go in here right now and go, I don't like black women because this, that, and third. They're gonna come at you. Am I wrong or am I right? When you touch a
Uh,
nerve, when somebody touch a nerve on you, that nerve sets you off. He might have hit a nerve on that woman.
but I look at it like this right here. You said Kevin disrespected women, but you failed to say anything about the women going there and purposely going there for clout chasing purpose and disrespect this man when he's simply just trying to help them out.
That's the
Bro,
type of energy he wants. He ain't simply trying to help nobody. We just sat here and said everything that he was doing.
those are some things that are wrong. Now, some advice, I'll be like, bro, that makes sense. But some of the shit is kind of like, but that's with everybody. You're not going to agree with everything nobody say.
Absolutely. And that's why I said like his platform is just for him. It's for him to shoot out his ideals and his ideas and what he thinks is going right and or indifferent, and nobody can't tell him wrong. Your platform, we're actually having a dialogue.
Oh, I
We're
see what you're
learning
saying.
and
I see what you're saying.
communicating. You get
But,
what I'm saying?
I look at it like this right here. A lot of women, or I don't know, some women out here are desperate. They just listen to any goddamn thing. But I just don't understand how he can't help somebody when he ain't even married
How
himself.
many men have you seen on his platform that he disrespected?
Well, he did disrespect the guy. He went viral and disrespected the guy. He just straight violated. Have you seen the one where he asked the guy his dick size? Because the dude said he, like, the caller called in. He used to do with the
But
men before he
but
did women. But the men weren't giving him the right attention. See, the men was like, I'm not about to listen to this shit. The
because it's
women are called.
bullshit. And the only what plat with so now who you gonna go for that's gonna get you the clout and the attention and to show
But
you
women
so
call him every day. So apparently he's giving some type of advice.
because women like to argue. Most women like to argue. Most women like to talk. Most women like to hear themselves talk.
And he's doing a little bit psychological. He's doing a little bit psychological because he's telling you some good stuff, but then he's telling you some bad stuff. So, okay, I'm going to reel him in like this right here. He's playing a little game with this shit.
He's only said one thing that I agree with.
What's that?
And that's if you do get married, to make sure it's a lifetime and not just something you just doing just to do. Because a lot of kids are not growing up in two-parent homes, they're growing up in one-parent homes. And
He
I
said,
agree with that.
he said some stuff that I agree with too. Single women. You know, he said black women keep other women single. That's true.
Black women keep other women single.
Yeah. Women keep other.
Misery, I believe misery loves company, absolutely. And if a
Yes.
person is in their deep depression and they see you doing good, yeah, they want to drag you down. That's just like when a man go out with his single friends. A
Now I
married man
agree.
go out
I
with his
agree.
single friends. It can
If
go
you try,
both ways.
right.
But if you're on a platform where you're legit just bashing women,
I wouldn't say he bashing women though.
he be bashing them. Man, you come on here looking like this, that, and the third, and you talking to me like this. He be bashing.
I just feel like he give the same energy that you give him. So if you come at him negative, he will clap back. You know, he's one of the people who
That's the
clap back.
persona that he's selling. That's what's getting him views. That's what's
But
getting
he
him
got to pay his
clout.
bills though. So I don't knock him. He ain't trying to work no 9 to 5. Kevin ain't trying to work no 9 to 5.
That's clear.
But I don't believe a lot. I don't hate when people say he gay. I'm like, damn, bro. Why you gonna pull the gay card on the man?
I
The
don't
man
think the
gay.
man is gay. The man's been married twice.
Cause that's what I'm saying. And he
You
got
know
a
what I'm
child.
saying? He has, but it is, it is what it is. But I just don't think he's the type of person to get advice from at all.
Right. I mean, I listen to him here and there. I think he's funny as fuck though. Like when he told a woman she built like Emmett Smith, that shit had me fucking
You
rolling
mean
on.
Emmitt Smith, the little boy that was?
No, Emmett Smith, the football player. She said the woman was big as
Oh,
Emmett Smith.
wow.
I was like, damn, that shit was funny. That shit had me fucking rolling on the floor laughing. I was like, this motherfucker crazy, bro. I was like, this motherfucker ain't got no filter. Because I kept hearing about him. I said, this motherfucker don't give a fuck what he say. But yeah,
That's the dangerous part about it.
what?
He don't give a fuck about what he say and don't realize his impact and his actions.
Fact. How would you define a high value man? That's a new term going out. Like, how would you define
Those same qualities that I look for in one: communication, understanding. You know, you got that nurturing feeling, that safe feeling, that ambitious, not waiting for a handout, doing what you got to do kind of thing. That to me is a high value man, a man that, you know, that knows, that does everything that the other man can.
it? All right, all right. So what's the most toxic thing your pussy made a man do?
Excuse me. Say it again.
What's the most toxic thing your pussy made a man do?
Honey. I've had a gun held to me. Yeah, it told me if I told him I was gonna leave him. He said if I was gonna leave him, I was gonna leave him in a pine box.
Mm, mm. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. How did you make you feel? Like, were you about to shit yourself, piss yourself? Or?
I grew up in a house with my father who kept nothing but guns in the house. So the gun ain't scared me. And I knew the gun was on safety. So it was just a simple fact that the look in his face is what scared me.
You must be fuck that man brains out, boy. You must be putting it on him. God damn. So how did you know it was on safety? God damn. Like, what? I would have been shitting.
It's a Glock. Safety is on the trigger side, switch side. So
Mm.
when it's up, it's on safety. When it's back, it's not. So I knew it was on safety. So even if he pulled the trigger, he wouldn't fucking know.
Did you call the cops after that, or what happened after that?
Nah, I waited for him to go to sleep. I text my best friend like, bitch, I'm packing my shit tomorrow morning. He leaves for work. Come get me. And I left.
Mm. Well, so what's a good thing that, what's the most expensive thing your pussy made a man buy for you?
I mean, I'm not materialistic. If I wanted something, I'll give it myself. If they bought me gifts, then that's cool. But I don't, I don't know what that is.
Like, okay, he ain't never bought you, like, anybody bought you something very expensive, like, a bag, heels, anything like that.
Oh, listen, I'm not a
Mm.
materialistic kind of girl. If anything, I've had people do romantic things for me. I'm more of that gesture kind of person. Like, I buy my own shit. If you're gonna buy me something, that's cool. But I don't know. The most expensive thing, I don't know. That's a good question. I gotta think about that.
Mm. Right. You ever suffer from
I've,
relationships?
I sorry, I have an answer for that. I've had people do things for me that they've done, not have done for anybody else.
How would you know?
Cause I pushed for it.
Like what? Like what do you push for in what regards? You don't want to give me no tea. Okay,
I can't give you no secrets, man.
okay.
Got
You
people
you,
watching. The fuck?
you ever suffer from relationship PTSD?
No, not all the time. I don't hold your hand down the street. Maybe a kiss here and there, but I don't need it necessary. It's like it's not cool.
No, I
I'm the
said
type. I don't.
PTSD.
Whoa, what do you mean?
Like
Like post
PT.
traumatic stress syndrome from
Yeah,
what?
like from relationships. That you ever like,
So the relationship that I just talked about, that was
uh,
my first and last abusive relationship. So after that, I felt like every man after that was like going to kill me. Like loved her and I didn't want it. I was single for like 3 years. For like three
uh.
years, yeah.
Now when women say they single, I'm
Huh?
about to say you might not like what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say when you say you were single, women usually post that they single, whatever. They still getting their back blown out. That just mean they ain't in a committed relationship. So was you celibate?
Yep.
So you were celibate for 3 years straight.
And I met my son's father, and yeah, like
Damn.
I went through it. Like I went through therapy. My mom had to help me crawl out of bed, get me to eat. Like it was bad. I had real bad anxiety when I seen certain things or heard certain noises. It was bad.
Right. Okay. Do you still going through therapy?
No, more. I mean, I'm going through therapy for my daughter, but not for a relationship. No.
Yeah, because a lot of people get in shock because of relationships. They start, judging everybody by what they last been through.
Oh yeah. Hmm. That's because people don't, like you said, don't know how to go to therapy, don't know how to talk about their shit, or let shit go. You let shit sit in your heart, you let shit fester, you bring your toxic shit into your new shit and don't realize that your new shit's not working because your old shit's clashing with your new shit.
It's too
So,
much baggage, a lot of baggage.
way too
That's
much
another thing.
unnecessary baggage.
I feel like in the black community, we just got to make it normal to go to therapy. It's okay to get, seek
Even
some
if
help.
even if it's not therapy, just talking about it. Because when you hold shit in there and you feel like you can't be open about it, that's I think that's the worst feeling in the world. Not being able to have to vent to somebody.
Right. Do you have a goal to be married?
I do.
By what age?
I don't have an age. There's no limit.
Mm, Master P ain't it? No limit. Right. Facts.
There's no limit because you don't never know who's supposed to be in your life and who's not supposed to be in your life. Some people are supposed to be here for a season and not a lifetime. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. I think people listen to like the foundation of being in a relationship, and the foundation is friendship, though. Like,
My best friend.
you know what I'm saying? Friendship, though. So the baby went viral recently for giving out candy. Oh, yeah, I mean, he took some candy, but he didn't pay like $200 or whatever for the candy or whatever the price is. He gave the kids like $5 or $6 for it, $2 or $3 for it. And the internet said he should have gave more. What's your thoughts on that?
How you gonna tell somebody what to do with their money?
It's ridiculous.
It ain't your money. Stop worrying about his pocket. I ain't got shit to do with that. I ain't got no
Oh,
thoughts on that. I don't need. That's his money. That's his bread. That's what he wants to do with it, and that's cool. You can't tell somebody what to do with their money. You gonna
facts.
sit there. If you making great money, you gonna sit there and get somebody to you. You gonna do you gonna do the same shit that nigga did.
Exactly like they
I
were
don't
trying to
care
get
what they say. That's that man's money. You can't tell that man what to do with his money.
right. I don't know where people get that from, man. Like just because they got it, don't mean they gotta spend it. Man, shit, you know, that's the internet though. You can't beat the internet. Um, what's
I
your
just
thoughts on
love
the
looking
fem-
at the memes.
What's your thoughts on the feminist movement right now? The women
Feminist.
liberation, women empowerment.
I feel like no one should have control over my body. My decision should be my decision. That whole hate men shit though, I don't know about that. Um, because we can't make we bring souls and hearts and future presidents and coming out of here, but we can't do that without a man. You
Right.
can say, oh, we can go to the clinic. Yeah, where you going to see men at though? We
But
still
I
need
also
that. We still need that to reproduce. You understand what I'm saying? But that whole men hate men thing, I think that stems from a lot of negative experiences they had, or father issues or wherever that comes from. I do not agree with. I do feel like there should. I'm happy that there's more women in politics. I'm happy that there's more women at the table, but know what you're doing and what you're talking about. But I do wholeheartedly agree with them on the whole. There should be no law to tell me what I should do with my body.
Right, right. I look at it like I feel like most in the nutshell, basically the feminist movement is saying, you know, we can sleep around, we can do all this, but the consequences come back. You know, oh, why me? That's how I look at it. Like, damn, the consequences and shit hit the fan. It's kind of like,
Elaborate.
uh, kind of like with the Amber Rose slut lawsuit. How you feel about that? Let's go with that. Because Amber Rose,
I thought that was dope, and that's because there's a lot of men out here who use those words, and that they can use it towards a word towards a woman who is not even doing things like that, and she becomes that because she's not sleeping with them. There's been a lot of women who had interviews like that. If that's what she is, then that's what I am. That's it. I thought that was dope. Um, until later on down the line, it started to stay off to something else, and I was like, okay.
oh, see what you just did? What you mean to throw off something to explain that?
It became a show. The meaning of it just started to die when she
Well,
first started it.
I just feel like the whole meaning of it was a bunch of bullshit, though. I mean, it just that's showing little girls, teenage girls, like basically, you know, it's okay to do all these activities, slow around, fuck around, and all that bullshit.
You are
However,
not in control of somebody else's child.
that's
That is
true.
your
That's true.
child. You teach them the values that they need to be taught, and you need to put them on the path they need to be put on. If they steer from that, that is your responsibility. If your daughter's out there opening her legs and doing everything, that's not to be blamed on social media and everybody else. What are you doing with your child? What are you having conversations with your child for her not to do anything like that?
Mm,
That
you're
whole
right.
that's why it's like that's ridiculous. And
Yeah.
it always the kind of thing that bothers me when it comes to that, right? Because it's always the women's fault in the industry. Cardi B with her music, Megan Thee Stallion with her music, and Amber Rose and this and the dances and shaking their asses. But nobody's talking about these men out here rapping and talking about selling drugs and fucking bitches. They got these little niggas in the street thinking they can sell this and be this and buy that. Like it's the same fucking thing. But you're not in charge of somebody else's child. Where is their parent?
I agree. I agree. You got guys want to be like their favorite rapper, you know, try to dog out all the women. Then you got the one. I don't blame the rappers because they just trying to sell. They ain't trying to work no 9 to 5. So I don't blame them. They just trying to eat.
But it's the same influence. It's the
Oh yeah,
face
yeah,
tattoos
absolutely.
when they out here with the rappers with face tattoos. So now you got little niggas in the street with tattoos on their fucking eyebrows and shit. The fuck?
Oh yeah, that shit is the stupidest shit.
It's
Like if
the
you got,
same thing.
yeah,
It's called influence for a reason,
oh
right?
yeah, there'll
But
definitely people.
if you're raising your child
Hmm.
and the manner and the values that you're supposed to be raising men, it will be just it's just entertainment. Instead of that's the lifestyle that I want to live, or you understand what I'm saying? They can't be responsible for anybody else's child.
Right. You're right. I agree. I totally agree with that wholeheartedly. Like it's nothing but entertainment. But you got adults who are really influenced and so weak minded that they actually believe in these lies that's
The
on social media.
the cruel word that you just said there was what? Weak minded.
They can't think for themselves, man. Likes and comments is more valuable nowadays. Um,
You just said it yourself. They are weak minded. They don't know what they want to do with their own fucking selves. And 9 times out of 10, they probably unhappy every day. They probably don't even know what real happiness is until
you feel like
they get the likes and shit that they want to get. But then when you have people who's clear and know what they want to do and why they're doing it, that's a difference.
you feel like social media is toxic.
Absolutely. Wholeheartedly toxic. People using the platforms the wrong way. There's cyberbullying. There's been people who committed suicide behind shit like that. It's absolutely toxic. It can be great for information, to give the information that people need. So it's good and bad. That's what toxic is, chemicals that are mixed.
Could you date a man that's a virgin?
If I found one this day and age, sure, why not?
Right. Right. That's a good answer, though. That's a good answer. It's very impressive. You're real good. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Showing love.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Hey, man, you was a ball of energy. You got any shout outs, anything?
Any shout outs?
Yeah.
Shout out to my besties, Mo, Rocky. You know what I mean? Thank you for anybody that tuned in, that was watching. Thank you to you for having me. We can definitely do this again. I have a table talk I want you to be part of. Absolutely. I think you'd be dope on it.
Hey, man, let me know. Let me know something.
I got you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Be safe.
Later.